It's time to talk MTC.
The Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
And this portion of the Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner brought to you by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. If you're looking for a hometown feel with your bank, turn to First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, offering full-service banking and mortgages services. John Dinkins back with you here, the second of 3 interviews this morning, and we have Mark Williams, the assistant coach at Smyrna. And, Coach, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. I'm usually talking to Matt, and I hope everything's okay with him, and I hope he's not sick or anything. So.
Oh no, he's good. He's good this morning. He just called. I'm sorry you got the B team this morning.
Oh no, we're fine. We're fine. But I know you're related. But talking to you is kind of like talking to him. Actually, you sound very, very, very much alike. But anyway, let's get into some football talk. And last night, you knew this was going to be a tough game last night, and it turned out Ravenwood's pretty much everything you thought they were, I guess.
Yeah, Ravenwood's a good football team. Coach Hester does a great job there, and they played a really good football game. We thought, the first quarter and a half, we were hanging with them and doing well, but at the end of the night, we just couldn't hang with them.
They bring a lot of weapons, don't they? And they're pretty deep as well.
Yeah, they are, and they do a good job running the football. That's important in high school football, and they do a really good job of that. And offensively, we never could get going, never could get in the groove. And defense, had 3 takeaways last night. We thought we could do something with that, but never could turn it into points.
And really, defensively, you all have played pretty well. I mean, very consistent through the course of these early games. But the offense has sputtered a little bit at times.
Yeah, as defense has played lights out. They've done a really good job. Playing some young kids in there, Dalen Sanders. We've got some young sophomores that are contributing to that. Probably led by Jerry Martin, our junior D tackle. He does a really good job. And offensively, we just got some new faces out there this year, and taking time to learn some things to get going. So, hopefully we can get that going soon. And
it's really, when you're talking about playing games, taking on like one of the top-ranked teams in the state, is no easy task for sure.
No, it's not. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we play these teams for a reason. We look to get better and strive to get better as the year goes along. That's kind of been our MO for the last few years. We want to be good towards the end of the season. Playing teams like a Ravenwood or a Riverdale, East Nashville, teams like that helps us prepare for the end of the year.
Well,
that's just what we're going to do.
That philosophy, Mark, has really paid off for Matt and you guys, because it seems like when you get to region play, you pick it up and you win in a row, several in a row, and it just that philosophy has seemed to pay off.
Well, and we're hoping we're excited to get in region play. That starts for us next week. That's when we've got to pick it up. We definitely got to get some things cleaned up and get better at doing some things. Some of them are before the ball snaps, some of them are after the ball snaps, but we've got to get better. But I definitely think playing good football teams will help us get better as the year goes along.
We're talking to Mark Williams, the assistant coach here at Smyrna High School, and let's talk about Laverne just a little bit, moving ahead just a tad for next week. They're a scary team. I mean, they to me, they really are, because they've got running, I think, the veer now and doing some different things. They've got some athletes.
They do. You go to the veer is a whole different animal. You have to prepare for it. You have to have option responsibilities. And it makes you work. It makes you work on something that you don't see a lot out of the teams you play throughout the year. And so it's something we're going to have to prepare for. They made some changes on defense as well. They're doing a 3-3 stack, which means they're going to present multiple fronts, bring multiple blitzers at different times. That's something we're going to have to handle. And then, on top of that, it's the Smyrna Laverne game, which is, they're going to give us their best shot. We're going to give them our best shot. So it's usually a good football game, good atmosphere, and, we've got to prepare well this week.
And they're coming off of a loss, and they didn't score. I know they're going to be fired up and ready to roll. Somewhat on when you're talking about Laverne, that rivalry thing, you guys have won many in a row, and I'm not going to get into that and that kind of thing. But how hard is that, or do you guys even think about it that much?
We look at it, number one overall, it's a region ball game, which is important to us. And we just talked to our kids about, it's a region game. And that's something that helps us get to the playoffs, get in the playoffs. We talk about that. We talk about ourselves mostly, about how we've got to get better, how we've got to improve, how what we have to do to be the football team we want to become. And, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you the kids don't know that there's a rivalry there. There is a rivalry there. It makes it a little more interesting. But at the end of the day, we've got to focus on us. We've got to focus on what we do. Then we have to focus on getting a region win if we can.
I would assume there's going to be two hungry football teams looking for a win next week.
Oh, yeah. A lot of region play opens up next week, and I think you'll see across the state, a lot more interesting games, and then, a lot of pads popping and things to that matter. But, we've got to focus on what we do. And we've definitely got enough for us to work on to get better.
We've been fortunate to see a couple of your games. It looks like offensively you're using a lot of guys at running back. I mean, you're just kind of throwing 3 or 4 out there a game and see who's clicking. Is that something that we're going to see the rest of the year, that just using a lot of people in the backfield?
Yeah, probably. When we came into the season, we knew we were probably going to be, running back by committee. And we've got, 2 or 3 guys that can carry the football and do what we need them to do to be successful. But, a lot of these guys also play defense. So we're trying to find spots to rest them, trying to find times we can rest them.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just an opportunity for us to get some fresher legs in there at times.
Well, we've been to Smyrna twice now, and one of the most beautiful stadiums, I guess you'd have to say, in the county. That new field house is great. I still haven't had an opportunity to get there, but I'm going to do that. But that makes a lot of pride for these kids, doesn't it, to see that kind of place and walk in and look at that and the field house, the turf, and it's got to make those kids feel proud to be part of Smyrna.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, we're very, very fortunate, And these kids, I hope they understand how fortunate they are. Because there have been a lot of good football teams that have come through the old field house, the old weight room. But what we've got now is, it's second to none. It's really, really beautiful. And, it's just, at times it's unbelievable. And they're still working on some things to finish it up. But yeah, we're very fortunate. Our kids are fortunate.
Hey, Coach, one thing I see at Smyrna every year is there's a new wrinkle. There's something improved, and I don't know if that's a conscious thing to do that, but it seems like, I know the press box has had some upgrades. I mean, and that's really the key to success. A lot of these things is continuing to upgrade each and every year.
Oh yeah. And it starts with our principal, Dr. Sutherland. She really believes in improving and looking ahead and finding different ways to improve our school. We did a press box, renovation this year, like you said. Did that. Obviously, the weight room, the dressing room, locker room area, we redid that. Had the turf installed a few years back. And right now we're building another addition to our school as it grows. And so there's a lot going on, at Smyrna High School, and I think that when it starts from our principal and it works its way down to, the teachers, the coaches, and it's really a holistic approach there in terms of what we're doing there. And it's a cool place to be at. And it's a neat thing. have our traditions. We still have, things that we believe in, and we never forget those and never go away from those. But it's always good to improve yourself and to look forward to the future.
Final question, Mark. Matt I think I highly respect him, but your coaching staff hardly ever changes. I mean, and Matt's one of the senior members. He'd probably get mad at me saying that, but the coaching staff never seems to change. There's a lot of loyalty there too, and I think keeping that coaching staff as together as you possibly can, that's got to really help the program overall too.
It does. Continuity helps a lot. And when you build a program, and culture is huge to us. Culture is huge to us. And when you have a culture that, we believe in hard work, we believe in molding young men, we believe in, doing our best every day, that helps. And when you have coaches that have been there for a while together and they all understand the culture, believe in the culture, that can benefit you as a whole. So, yeah, it's good to have guys that've been on the staff for a while and, understand each other and know what to expect from one another.
Well, big game next week, and it all starts for real now. And good luck at Laverne on Friday night. Mark, good talking to you.
Hey, guys, appreciate what you guys do, and you guys have a great day.
All right, that's Mark Williams, assistant coach at Smyrna. This portion of the show brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, the largest and most comprehensive orthopedic surgery group in Middle Tennessee. Find out more at TOA.com. When we come back, we're talking Blackman football with Matt Kreisky.
Each team knows which play will be the winning move. I'm good neighbor State Farm agent Dana Womack, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-900-0877 to make the winning move that can save you time and money.
Hey there, it's Brian. I wanted to share one of the reasons why I love First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. They really show up for their customers. I see it firsthand, and I know you'll see and feel the difference.